Okay, so in this video we're going to show you how to curve some of the edges and maybe do the handle as well. So the first thing we're going to do is curve the edges, and we're going to use this tool called Fillet here. So I'm going to click on Fillet. This is quite a small fillet at 2mm, so I'm going to change that to 20mm, and now it's simply just about selecting the edges you want to round. So I'm going to select this edge here. You can see what it does. It rounds off that edge perfectly at a 20mm radius. I'm going to select this edge also, and maybe this edge at the top. Okay, just like that. So that's going to be okay, like that, and select OK. The next thing I want to do is make the handle, so I'm going to build the handle into here, and we're going to use curves on that rather than straight lines, which is what we've done so far. So I'm going to start a 2D sketch and click it onto this surface here, zoom all so I can see the whole thing. And then I'm going to project my cut edges once again, because that helps me lock onto these sides of these edges. Okay, so I'm going to select my line tool, but instead of the line, I'm going to come down and select this first spline, control vortex. Okay, so now I'm going to come down to here, and somewhere along here between kind of the line of the peg and the edge, I'm going to start with my curves. Now here, wherever you're going to draw a kind of continuous line up like this, and what it does is it just it will curve it according to the dots that you draw and make a continuous curve roughly using each of those dots. So now I'm going to just keep selecting, and the more kind of the more dots you do, the smoother that curve will be. So something like that. Okay, and once you've done that last kind of one, which should be on the line as well, so you start and finish on the line, I'm going to click OK. Now that's drawn, okay, and you can see all of those dots are on there. The interesting thing about this is you can move some of these dots. So if you think, oh, okay, this wants to be a little bit more bent here, I can just pull that one in. Maybe I wanted this one to be a bit further out. I could do that. I could even grab the end here and draw that further out as well, okay, like this. Okay, what's interesting about this as well, like if I wanted this to be a specific dimension, I could come up, put a point on the edge here. This would be one way of doing it. I'm sure there's many ways, but this is one way. Put it straight onto the line there, then dimension between here and here, that line, I could select that to maybe being, I don't know, 12mm. And then I can escape, which is a one way of getting out. Press the escape button, one way of getting out the dimension tool, just like that. I've pressed the escape button, and now I can maybe just select this line and drag it onto that point, and now that's exactly 12mm away from that edge. Okay, I think this one, maybe I'll just bring this one down just to make it a little bit more gradual like that. Okay, see how we are just adjusting. You can see this one is quite off, so you know, if you want it to be a little bit more central, that would kind of help that be more of a gradual curve that it's doing. Okay, that feels pretty good to me. So I'm going to finish my sketch and see if I can extrude that part without drawing a line along here. Because we projected geometry, it should work. So let's press the extrude button. Instead of adding material, which is what we've always done with extrude, we're going to press this button here, which is called cut. All right, and now I can come up and I can select that area there, and you can see it's trying to cut through. Now it's only going 12mm, which was the diameter we did for the last extrusion. I want it to go all the way through, so I'm going to change that to 20mm. There's a number of ways you could do this. You could either change this to 20mm. You could also put click this button, which would be through all, and it will go all through this surface that you've kind of selected. All right, so that's one way of doing it, or you could come back and select 21 like that, and that goes through the amount of material that you originally made it. So there we go. Oh, maybe it was 20. I can't remember, but it's gone all the way through, and you can click OK and see what happens there. I'll finish this here before moving on to the next video.